Wait, I can't.
I said I do this shit every time I am on mute. It's cool because I was talking real slow, like I was having a stroke or something, and I don't want nobody to be thinking nothing. What's up, y'all? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to a new episode of Transcending The Culture. I am one half of the dynamic duo that we are. I am James, and I got the queen here with me. Cat Queen. What it do? What it do?
What it do, boo?
Listen, I am so glad to be back. I was looking at the website. First of all, if y'all don't know, y'all need to get up on it. We got a whole new website, ugdpodcastingandradio.info. We got a whole new website. If you go on there and you click the drop down, you will see UGD Podcasting, UG Digital Podcasting. And that now is where you can go to watch us live each and every week on several days. Because listen, we be doing drop shows here and there. We got a special show coming up tomorrow that we will fill you guys in on later on in the show tonight. But we just want to kind of get, some little stuff, off the top of our heads or whatever before we bring special guests in tonight. We do have an amazing guest for you guys. And listen, if you anything like us, you're going to be mad excited. You're going to be mad happy. This young lady comes on. We are getting some of the best talent that you could think of.
Absolutely, for real.
Things are growing tremendously with us. And listen, we owe that all to you guys. I know you guys are noticing a little bit of a better structure because we kind of getting some things together. We shaping some things up. Listen, we are going to audio podcast form. So we are going to end up on Spotify and Apple and all of the different platforms, iHeartMusic and everywhere. So you will start to find us on these platforms. So definitely check over the next couple of weeks because we are in the process now of getting stuff uploaded to there. More than likely, we're just going to start with the current shows and go forward. So it's not going to go backwards or anything like that. So all of our previous episodes, you will have to hit the website and you can always go back and watch any of our old episodes. We are like on episode 106 or 7 or something like that because we keep bringing so many people on. Shout out to the Mako girls. They was on last week and listen, turn up.
I love them. They are so... That's the only way I can describe it. Turned up.
Yeah,
for real.
Eric Roberson. He came on the podcast again last week. Shout out to him because turned up. Listen, y'all got our numbers going through the roof. And if y'all have seen any of these new issues that we've been putting out for UG Digital Magazine, if you ain't seen them, you slipping. You need to make sure that you check those out. Those issues are doing really, really good. We got one for the Mako girls. We got one for Eric Roberson. We got one for Jay Sean Champion. We got 3 special ones coming this week that we gonna fill y'all in on later in the show too. Y'all need to know what's up. I'm so glad that y'all are keeping up with us. I see you guys are starting to come in on YouTube and on Facebook, Twitch as well. So we really, really appreciate you guys. Make sure that you subscribe to the network. Make sure that you like, comment, share. Again, subscribe. We need you to subscribe to the network. That is the easiest and the freest way for you to support us here in what we are doing in our endeavors. Please, 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 we need you to subscribe to the network and make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you get all of the notifications of when we go live, which is quite frequent now. So you don't want to miss some of the stuff that we have going on because, again, we do have another special guest who's going to be with us tomorrow night. You do not want to miss it. It's going to be at 8:30 tomorrow night. We will let you know who that's going to be. Plus, we got a lot of other stuff coming up, too. Michael Blackson, we're gonna be getting with Michael Blackson in the next week or so because he's got some stuff going on, and we're gonna be a part of that. We are working with the Comedy Bar. They are based in Philadelphia, or I'm sorry, they are based in Detroit, in Pittsburgh, and in Chicago. So we are working with the Comedy Bar now. So we're going to be bringing a lot more comics on to the podcast. Of course, we have the new section. What's our new comedic section? Or
the funny? Section. We have the funny zone. Yes, we have the funny zone.
We got the funny zone, which is part of Transcending the Culture now. So we're going to be getting a lot more comedians on here. And the next one that we have lined up to come on is Michael Blackson. We're working some stuff out to get Michael Blackson on here in the next week or so. So you want to subscribe.
You want to subscribe. And then also on the Funny Zone, we will be following my comedic career. As you guys know, I'm new into comedy.
Absolutely.
So we will be following that. I'll be talking to some of our favorite comedians that have been stopped by the show already.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be a fun segment, guys. You know, we are like this with the Funny Bone. So, you know, and all the comedy clubs. And if you have something you want us to attend, definitely hit us up. We can attend and cover your event.
Absolutely. And another thing that I definitely want to throw out there, and I usually don't throw nothing out there prematurely, but I just want to put something out there because I'm feeling real good about a lot of stuff that we going on. Y'all know that friend to the network, family member, we have just made ourselves family and Woo Woo the comedian. They are going to be doing covers of the magazine, but one of the biggest things with Darren Fleet is he's got a new podcast out. It'll behoove me to say is his podcast that is out right now, and it is going to ultimately be running here on UG Digital Podcasting and Radio. So
congratulations to Darren.
We
got our people in the building.
Mr. Leffert. Listen, this guy right here. Like we went all the way to Detroit, and when I tell you he met us at the comedy club, we went to go see Darren Fleet, and it turned out to be an amazing show. Mr. Leffert is listen. That's all I can say. Listen.
That's when you were talking about it's about who you know and people that believe in you and that help you and work with you. Like Ron is somebody that you definitely, if you don't know Ron, you need to know him. Because obviously he knows everybody. Every time we talk about somebody,
right.
Oh yeah, I know them. Oh yeah, I work with them. I'm like,
listen,
I'll be your assistant. Dang.
I think more than anything, I'm just grateful for the relationships that we have, and I am really grateful for Ron Leffert because having been doing this for so long, you just don't come across a lot of people who are willing to just support you. And that's all we look for is just genuine support, genuine love and support. And you don't meet a lot of people who are willing to support you in that manner. So the fact that Ron is like, he's always supporting us. He's sending us the best of the best of the best because we got somebody finna hit UG Digital Radio on Friday on the website and interview coming up. And I'm not going to tell you who it is right now, but Ron Leffert is behind that. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful because listen, like we could be struggling out here trying to get people to come on and support and that sort of thing. But we got people like him who are pushing us, he's motivating us, but then he's pushing us to his network and the people around him. And it matters. Like it absolutely matters. And we are grateful. So know that we are grateful and thankful and, all of the above. All that being said, there's so much more that I could say about different things that are going on. Kat, I'm super happy for your comedy career, for how it's taken off. I think that you are doing amazing. I need everybody that's watching us to know that you are really, really doing amazing. Just your transition, following joining the network and, coming on board, like you are hosting, which was one of your things on your list that you said you wanted to get into doing. You are doing comedy, which is one of your things that you said you wanted to do. You have started acting and you've been in some stuff now. And that's one of the things that you said that you wanted to get into when you got into this. Like,
and also modeling.
Let's not forget. I haven't got to it yet. But like you did the runway walk and you got videos up. Like, I think it's really, really dope. And it's just a testament to what can happen when you really get in here and you work hard. And that's what you're doing. And you don't have to have a whole lot of money and a whole lot of resources to make stuff happen if you do it the right way. So, like, kudos to you. Like, kudos to you. I love you. I think that you're doing amazing. I appreciate everything that you bring to this podcast and to the network. So, all of that said, our guest tonight.
Yes, I'm excited for this guest.
I'm really excited.
I did want to tell people before we get into the guest, I will be walking in for Embrace Thy Curves for the streets, high-end streetwear fashion show. There are less than 100 tickets left. The tickets are going fast. They're going to be 7 to 8 designers, numerous models. I will be one of the featured models. So please, yes. So check out my page at Cat Queen, all platforms. And then you can also purchase your ticket. So you can go to my link tree, and it's on Eventbrite, or you can contact me to find out how to purchase directly. But it is October 18th. It's going down. So if you love me, you love fashion, come out to the show. It's in Cleveland, Ohio.
Listen, I'm so excited. Again, so much stuff going on with us. Another quick thing before we get started. We have several new platforms that are coming to the network. Austin Kennedy is launching his sports podcast. That should be launching this coming Saturday. That is the Game Changer. So you definitely want to keep a lookout for that. I am launching Soap Dish with my mother, with my mommy. We are going to be talking Beyond the Gates. And listen, when I tell you that this soap opera is it, like it's everything right now. When I tell you I've been at work watching these episodes back all day, every day, like it's and it's like on episode 120 something or whatever, and I'm catching up on these episodes because we are launching. We go live this coming Sunday at 6 p.m. here on the network. It is called Soap Dish.
Congratulations.
With my mom, so I'm really, really excited for that. If you guys want to see some hilarity, you definitely want to check into that, because the way we go back and forth, like the way we used to go back and forth with the haves and the have-nots, is like the whole so, like, this is going to be really dope, and it's cool because I get to do something with my mother, and my mother gets to do something with me that's, you know, dear to me and all that kind of stuff. So I'm excited. Soap Dish is launching this coming Sunday. The Game Changer is launching this coming Saturday. I know that Open Letters to a Survivor is going to be coming back in the coming weeks. We just have not figured out the exact date that that's going to be coming back. But there's so much other stuff, so many other things that are going on. We also have kind of a mini podcast that is going to be airing on Saturday as well. That is J-Rock release, the J-Rock release. So that is aligned with my PR firm and the clients that I have. And when I bring on somebody new, then I bring them on to that platform so that we can talk about their product and what it is that they're pushing, just so that the entire network and UGD universe can, you know what they have going on and know what we're working on. So that is going to be airing this Saturday as well, I believe at 3 p.m. Eastern, but we'll definitely get those postings and everything up.
That is so cool, James.
It's a lot of stuff happening. We are working around the clock, but it's paying off, and it's passion. It's all passion work. So we appreciate it. So all that being said, our guest tonight, listen, an amazing lady. You know that we are meticulous about who we bring here on the platform. So we definitely looked her up and down to see what she had going on. And she is doing some amazing things. Some really amazing things. She is wearing this bomb-ass hat today. And
when I was talking about when we first
came on, I said, okay, you rocking that hat.
When I was talking about fashions, I was thinking about her. Goodness.
But listen, powerhouse talent. She has done some amazing things out here. The people who she has graced the stage with, it's just like to be at this place in your career, and you've already been around the likes of, Yolanda Adams. You got
my faves, Nick Carter. Oh my God! Listen, when I found that out, I said, "Oh goodness, she one of them."
and she was in R. Kelly's video too, The World's Greatest. But,
yes.
But there's so much more
so
to
much,
it.
So much.
It's not just the music. Like she's doing things that are centered around mental health, which that if it ain't hit nobody, the mental health shit that hit me. And when I tell you that I had to sit it down for a little bit. I absolutely had to sit it down for a little bit.
Story of my life.
Stuff going on in mind. And when I did sit it down, it was like, if I don't sit it down, somebody gonna get hurt. like real fast. And I was so serious. So, you know, her movement and the things that she's doing, a lot of it really resonates with me, but we knew that it was really going to resonate with you as well as our audience.
Absolutely.
So, you know, that was really the big reason why we wanted to bring her on. You know, many people, her name is Ebony Baylock, but she is known worldwide. She's known around the world as the Ebonizer. So I want you guys to join us in welcoming Ebony, the Ebonizer, to the show.
Hey, guys.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to be here.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you one more time. You are rocking that hat.
Well, you know, I gotta do this in the memory of my grandmother. I always say that my grandmother, head to toe, hats, suits, purse, matching. So I promised to live her legacy. I said I gotta rock me a bomb hat. So
that's beautiful. What do you feel like your grandmother? What do you feel like your grandmother taught you that is helping you to maneuver through this business and just the rigors of entertainment?
She told me if I'm gonna step out, I gotta step out correct. She told me that first impression matters. And she said, if you're not going to do it right, don't do it right at all. Don't do it at all.
That's right. Yeah. Well, let me tell you, your grandmother set a beautiful impression on you. You are beautiful. You are, once again, you are rocking the hat. You look good. Welcome to the show. We are so excited for you to be here. I think that you are doing so much in this community, this entertainment community, and it's not just centered around your music. Like the mental health stuff got me, because I went through a divorce after marriage, or being with, you know, my ex-wife for 17 years. And I think that even while clearly, you know, by that point, you know, we were meant to separate, I think just the bulk of it and everything that was happening, and the divorce and all like the starting over and the everything, it was just like boom. And when I say I went topsy-turvy, I went topsy-turvy. And it was like you can't be sitting on the air crying and like all of this other stuff. I was like, I got to sit it down for a couple years, or at least for a little bit, until I could really think straight and know what's going on and all of that stuff. But I applaud you for all that you are doing, because
thank you.
It's needed. It is so needed. So it's really good for you to be here to really be able to expound on a lot of that stuff. I know that Kat as well has a number of questions for you. So we're gonna make this sweet, but I'm gonna let ladies go first. So I'm gonna let Kat go ahead and take the reins and get it started, and then I'll pop in there somewhere.
Okay. Can you guys see me? I'm kind of freezing over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
At least on my end, you look good.
Hey, ooh. So my first question for you, which is the first thing that popped into my mind when I saw your name, is the Ebonizer. Where did that wonderful name come from? I'm definitely intrigued about that.
You know what's crazy? I'm gonna give my uncle's props, because he said you gotta give my props. So before I got married, I went by Ebony Archer. And you know, when you are an artist, you have to do something that's gonna make you stand out, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you know, everybody used the name Ebony. Ebony is common, Ebony magazine. And so I just didn't want to come out with Ebony, because my first name is Shanice. I couldn't use that because, you know, it's the singer Shanice.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay. And then one day I was in the studio with my uncle. I was recording with the Isley brothers' cousin, Mr. Dunmore. And he was like, you know, Ebby, I need you to come in and do these vocals. I need you to ebonize it. I was like, say that again, ebonize it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you own something there. And a couple years later, I did think about it. And so when I was doing this whole rebranding, I changed my haircuts to red. And I said, I got to change my stage name. And then he called me again. He said, Ebony, I know it's been a long time. I need you to ebonize the song. That's why I said, you know what? My name is the Ebonizer. And what that means is that when I ebonize things, when I ebonize songs, or when I ebonize people, I make them feel great, right? I make them feel empowered. It's kind of like that energized bunny. You know, you need that battery to get you going. It's the same thing. So when people hear my music or see me perform or whatever it may be, I just want them to feel great. So yeah, that's where it came from.
Wow. Okay. Because I was going in a whole another direction. I like that it's like you put the ebony on it, like you putting you into the song, and that's what he needed at that time. I was thinking like the Equalizer. I'm like, oh, she about to.
I mean, people came with so much concept. They said, "Are you a superhero?" Because I know I had like young kids, the Ebonizer. Oh my God, you a superhero? So it's like, or so it's just crazy. And I love that people can take what you have, whether it's a song or whatever, a name, and they could just put their own twist to it. And I think that's it too, because I always want to do songs or do things that make people think and have their own interpretation. So I'm like, look, if you say I'm a superhero, look, I'll be a superhero to you. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking of Ebonizer, and like I be watching the Equalizer, but I watch the Queen Latifah version.
Oh yeah.
And like a lot of people don't even know this because my name is Cat Queen, because first part of my name is Cat. And then honestly, I was really inspired by the queens that came before me. Queen B, Little Kim, Beyonce, Nicki. We got all these ladies that are queens, and especially Queen Latifah, because as you know, she started from rap, and then she went on to cover girl, and then she went on to acting, and then she does so much different things, and that's what I want to be. So for all the transcenders at home, for you guys to know, that is where I got the inspiration for my name, Cat Queen. So it's really important to set yourself apart in brand. I know a lot of artists, when they are looking to start new or fresh, or they really go into changing the looks and changing the hair and stuff. And you have such a unique style. How would you describe your style, and does that come out in your music?
It's definitely bold. Like I hate using the word boss because I just feel like they're just so overused, but it's definitely like bold and being authentic. I just think that, especially being a woman in this industry, it's always pressure. You got to look this way. You got to dress this way. You have to sound this way, and for a long time I struggled with that. Before I became the Ebonizer, I struggled with my identity because back in my 20s, you listen to everybody. No, you have to sound like this and you got to look like this, and that's not going to work. And I was just so confused. I didn't know, like, that's what I guess it took me so long. It wasn't that was a focus. Is that I always tell people cannot see your vision. It's not nobody else's responsibility to see the vision that God has given you. And if you don't stay focused on that vision, you're going to be confused. I was just like circles until I had to figure out, like, who is Ebony? Besides the music, who am I? Like, what I'm trying to, what is the message I'm trying to relay in my music? And I had to sit down and just be real with myself. I'm not a Beyonce, and I love Beyonce, but I can't go that route. That's not me. What is Ebony? And when I really just took the time to really go through my stuff, go through my junk, and really look at who I was, everything just started to fall into place, and I just think that all artists need to do that. What makes you like a unique, like what kind of music that you want to put out there? And you got to stand out because it's just so many artists out here now. I was just talking to my husband. I'm like, every time you go on Spotify, you discover somebody new. And it's different back in the 90s where you didn't have access to that. So now, because it's so unlimited, you really got to do something. I won't say a gimmick, but your brand really has to like stick out for people to remember you.
Absolutely. You have to stand out. Every market is so oversaturated right now because it's great. It's great that people can just put themselves out there, but it just makes it harder to know who to pay attention to. So you have to stand out. That is so important. So listening to what you said, and it really resonated with me because you talked about how you had to really do the work to learn your authentic self, and that you couldn't be Beyonce. I'm the youngest of 4 girls. I have older sisters that are all beautiful, and they're all little short petite girls. I'm dang near 6 foot, so I grew up trying to be like them or be this person or be who I thought everybody wanted to be. And it took so much introspective work and therapy to say, I literally can't be them. Like, I would be putting on their clothes, popping out like the Incredible Hulk. Like, I can't be you. I can't. And why would God put me on this earth if it didn't need to be a cat queen? If it didn't need to be me here, why would I be here? He will, he make us all so wonderfully and beautifully. So how was it going through those things, working on your mental health, and then changing that to be able to help people, and explain to our audience how you are helping people?
It takes courage to look at yourself and look at your own junk. You know what I mean? Like, I think we hold so much in that we don't realize it. All that hurt, all that resentment, all that guilt. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, in the Black community, we was taught, go pray about it, go to church, right? You know, oh, it's okay, God could fix it, and I believe that.
In this house, stay in this house. Don't be telling nobody. Yeah. Don't be talking to no therapy. No.
You crazy? Like, what's wrong with you? Ain't nothing wrong with you. You depressed? Ain't nothing wrong with you. You go back, pray that. I rebuke that spirit. Like, it's just all of that, right? And I'm a suicide survivor, and I remember, because I've just felt. Thank you,
honey.
Thank you.
I can raise my hand.
That is it does so much. It just does so much to hear that, because while I haven't gone through that, like when I was going through my stuff, I contemplated. So, and I mean, that's just as bad, when you even thinking about it. So, like, kudos to you for,
thank you,
just your turnaround.
Amazing.
It wasn't. You ever got to a place where you just felt like, why am I here? And you just don't understand. It's like, you're a good person. You're doing great things. It's not, I'm not perfect. I'm doing great things. I'm just trying to make it. I'm just trying to do my music. I'm just trying to help people. God, why is this happening to me?
Yeah.
One of the reasons is that you can't look at somebody else's life, right, and say, why I'm not there. Well, so-and-so got this house, so-and-so got this car, so-and-so got this career, but they not you. See, everybody's story is different. And when it's your time and when it's your season, it's going to be your time and your season. And I had to realize that, because eternally, I was trying to keep up with everybody else. I was trying to sound like everybody else. And I was just putting so many unrealistic expectations on myself. And then when I was talking to the therapist, she said, what you rushing for? See, no, who you competing against? Well, people said this, but people can't live for you and they can't die for you. So what you doing? And I had to sit back and thinking, like, and I thought, what the hell am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever had one of those moments where it's like, I was putting all this stress on myself, all these realistic expectations on myself. And I realized that I was doing this to myself, and that's when I realized, you know what? I need to date Ebony. Like, I date myself. Like, you know how you date someone, you get to know them or something like it, things of that nature. I had to learn how to date myself. I had to learn myself all over again. I got to learn what I like, what I dislike, who needed to be in my circle, who I need to let go, what type of artist I want to be, what did I want to write about. It took me some time, but I literally had to date myself to fall in love with myself again. And I think as women, we have to learn how to fall in love with ourselves before we're talking about, everything else. I had to learn how to do that. And once I started doing that, my whole attitude changed. You can't tell me nothing now. Okay. But it was a process. And I think people are afraid to go through the process. It's not an overnight thing, but mental health is important. And that's why, me and my husband, we started this Ebonizer Chill movement, because especially in the entertainment, I mean, I talk to so many artists, they going through it. Like, they really going through it, because the entertainment, I feel like, is the only industry that got no structure. None whatsoever. You could do whatever. Ain't no guidelines. You don't need to go to school. You don't need no degree. You could just come in here and do whatever. And because of that, there's no clear path to it. And if you're not careful, you can get caught up. So my thing is, I didn't just want to just do music, but I wanted to create a platform where we could use entertainment music to help others to navigate through their own mental health journey.
That is so amazing. Thank you for sharing your story. As somebody that dealt with, suicide attempts and suicidal thoughts and things, you go through things in life, and people don't realize that it's like, it's not that I don't want my life or I'm ungrateful. I'm tired of going through the same thing. I'm tired of this hurt. I'm tired of this pain. I just want it to end. I just want it to be over, and it really takes a lot of work, and it takes God, and it takes you to really love yourself and start taking care of yourself, because I dealt with that. Like I can't even tell you how many times, how many seasons I went through. And when you really reach out to people and you put your mental health first, it's like it's like you planting yourself. You a seed and you planting yourself, and then it's like when you blossom, it's like then you just helping other people. You helping other people grow. And I definitely have shared my story. I do a little bit of motivational speaking as well. So please tell me about your different experiences with working with people, and what exactly you do with that, because I know you tie in mental health and music. But just like, more specifically, how are you, like, do you have some kind of company, or, what is it? Can they come to you? How can they come to you and get help?
Yeah. So we're launching, it's called the Ebonizer experience, because it's not just a tour. So we're just not doing these cities and that's it. By 2027, we're anticipating it actually becoming global. And what it is that it is a day. We're launching it in 8 cities this year, including like Chicago, Las Vegas, Phoenix, Durham, North Carolina. And it's an in-person event where people could not just get empowered. I do want to motivate you, but the first thing in healing is accountability, right? We need people. If you don't speak up, nobody knows you need help if you don't speak up, right? I got to hold you accountable, because part of the reason why you're here is because you're too afraid. Maybe it's ego, maybe it's pride, maybe it's fear in the way of asking for help. So we wanted to create a platform, because I'm gonna be honest with you, when we started to outreach into these different cities and markets, it's not a lot of help in the communities, especially underserved, underdeveloped communities, right? Yeah. Especially the Black and brown communities. They don't know nothing about no therapists. They say, what is that? You know what I mean? They don't know nothing about that. They don't have resources.
Yeah.
And when we reach out to these organizations, they tired. Like these nonprofits, they tired too. They need help. So it's a gap when it comes to that's not mental health. It's just a lot of people are going through some stuff. And the Ebonizer experience is a safe platform where people could come out to this event, share their stories. We're gonna have on-site resources. We're gonna have workshops. Of course, we're gonna have entertainment, but we're gonna have the things that people need. When they leave this event, they just not empowered, but they have the resource they need to start their mental health journey and get the help that they need. So that's basically what we're doing. In January, we're launching our own app where people can access therapists. It's a community app where they can reach out to get help. And then next year, we're adding Southeast Asia and Toronto to the tour too. So it's really, if people really need help, we want to be that beacon of light. Say, hey, come over here to the Ebonizer experience, the Ebonizer platform, and we'll get you help you need. But I tell people, you gotta want help, and you gotta take that first step of accountability. Because I'm real with people. I'm straight up real. I don't want to sugarcoat. You got to do the work. And if people are willing to meet us halfway, we'll give them the resources to do so.
And it's like you have to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest about your role in your hurting, because sometimes you play a role in it. Like if you going back to this my story. If you going back to the same person and they ain't treating you right, and you just keep going back and keep going back, like no, you at some point became a part of that. It's fool me once, shame on you. And then it's like you have to get the shame on me. Sometimes you have to, and that hurts. And us as humans, we run from the shame and we run from blame and stuff. But you got to be really honest. And that's how you change those things. So thank you so much for doing what you're doing and the community outreach. I think in our community, especially the Black community, this is something that's very needed. And I think tying it in with entertainment is very, very smart, because who don't want to have a good time? Who don't want to, people would rather do that than invest in themselves, and you're bringing it together and bridging the gap.
There's so many people in this industry who are suffering like from mental health issues and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, like, I see the connection. I see the connection, and it's absolutely necessary. Like, I think it's so dope.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
This is my last question for you. So you graced the stages with the likes of Yolanda Adams and Celine Dion, but I'm interested in the Nick Carter. Listen, when I say I was the back streets back, All right.
Man.
Like when I say I was not playing with the Backstreet Boys. Like when people was fighting over Backstreet and NSYNC, listen, I'm going to street for my boys. How is it working in different genres of music? And are you is it easy for you to switch from deep R&B to kind of pop to kind of contemporary and things like that? Just kind of walk through a little bit of your experiences with those different genres.
You know what? I was in the Soul Children. So Walk Women the Soul Children is a renowned gospel group. And I thank God for that experience, because as a young, I started that when I was 7. And at a young age, first of all, I learned discipline from Walk Women the Soul Children. We was at 8-hour rehearsals, okay? And we even got one note wrong. We have to do that whole song all over again. And for me, I was like the loudest one. That's why he had to put me to the altos. I thought I was soprano. I'm an alto. I was the loudest one, the loudest and the wrong. And people would get mad at me, like, come on, get this note right. I had to make them do all over again. And the thing with the Soul Children, we sang in various, we sung from the Jewish choirs, we sung on disc rays, we did this. And so just in the gospel arena, we was in different types of gospel. So it taught me, he said, you have to be versatile. You got to be adaptable. You got to be a quick learner. And so I took that. That night, we was at the award show. It was at the Every Crown Theater. It was for Ronald McDonald. And I'll never forget this, because I realized how award shows really are. See, on TV, you see something totally different. I learned at a young age, look, they take it too long. You see only 2 hours. We was at the Every Crown till 1:00 in the morning. And we would sing behind Celine Dion, and then we had to go sing behind Yolanda. So before Yolanda went up, it was Nick Carter. I love Nick Carter, but I said, Nick Carter, I don't know if you practice or what. He had to do his set 3 times. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I was hard-headed. I should have went to the bathroom before this. I'm thinking I could just go, I didn't want to miss Yolanda Adams, and I wanted to get their autographs, take a picture. I didn't want to miss it. And they said, go to the bathroom. I didn't go. Girl, that was the longest 40 minutes. I was shaking. They said, you're really feeling it. No, I had to go. Mind you, I was 9, 10 at this time. And he kept, I don't know what's going on. He kept, everybody clap again. I'm like, what? Okay, everybody clap again. Okay, everybody clap again. I said, how many times they got to clap? What's going on? He was so nice, but I don't know what was going on that night. I was so mad at him, because I said, look, I gotta go use the bathroom. Then we sung I Believe I Could Fly. She did that rendition. And in rehearsals, I didn't know they sound like that for real, because you see on TV, you don't know. In rehearsals, Celine Dion and Yolanda Adams, I just felt the love.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I can only imagine.
I said, I want to sing just like that. Celine Dion range at that time was so ridiculous. I was looking, I said, is that coming from her voice? From her vocal cords from her mouth? And I saw in rehearsal that they didn't play that. You couldn't mess up their song. You got to do it right. And from that experience, I learned this what it is to be an artist. This what it means to be successful. And for us to be singing from behind different artists and different genres, I said, this is what I need to do. I need to be able to learn quick so people can hire me. I didn't know. I'm just thinking. But next time I'm gonna use the bathroom before I go on the stage, right?
People don't understand that. So when I was younger, I lived in California, and I always loved the entertainment industry, obviously. So me and my sister used to be seat fillers. We would go wait outside the award show, and they would say, okay, we need 2 people. So we would be running, trying to do that. So yeah, it's a lot that goes into it. I didn't know that they were, cutting scenes and cutting performances. I remember they acted like they was clap for such and such that just performed. I was like, she didn't even perform. What is, they about to insert that performance later? But it's so much that go on behind the scenes, and it's so great that through your career, you've learned how to adapt to everything. And I think that just goes to show how great you are as an artist, as a businesswoman, and just the fact that you are, pouring into the next generation and having your own, record label and working with people and managing and doing all these things. I think you are just a wonderful woman, and I wish you all the best. I'm gonna throw it over to James. Thank you so much for answering my question.
No, I think it's really, really dope. Kat, really, in all honesty, she's covered a lot of what I wanted to cover as well. But I would love for you to go into detail, or a little detail, just in terms of, you said that you were creating on the website, like there's going to be a way for people to actually request help. Like, talk about kind of the process of doing that. Like, I think that's so amazing, because that's really a lot of the problem, is that a lot of people don't have anywhere to really ask for the help.
So we're doing like focus groups. So if anyone, we will have like signups. Our website is ebonizechillexperience.com. Ebonize, EBONIZED experience. I'm sorry, ebonizechillexperience.com. We're going to have, in the next month, we'll have people to sign up for focus groups. It's kind of like BetterHelp. I don't know if everybody used that app like BetterHelp or things of that nature. It's going to be that with a twist, with a community aspect to it as well, because you got the Facebooks and things, but Facebook just kind of, when it first started and now where is that now, it's kind of like, it's not a safe space. And so we wanted to say, hey, not only, it's just crazy. It's just crazy on that app. So I'm like, we want a community app similar to that, but where people feel safe. There's no judgment. And then they can request help, different things. They could get the news when we do events. And so that's what we're working on. And then again, we're going to have like a test group, focus group, just to test it out, just to make sure that we have like the features and things of that nature on it. And our goal is to launch that the first quarter of next year. So
that is so amazing. We definitely have to, or we have to definitely keep up with that and just see how that rolls out. I think it's going to be really amazing for people to really request, help like that. Like, why was it important? Just knowing your journey and the things that you've gone through, like, why was it important, in this phase of your career, to be able to offer these types of things to people?
Man, you see what's going on? It's crazy. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. I've been watching the news, and I'm like, well, the news is Facebook now, social media.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm like, is this for real? Like, is this TV? And it's like, people are going through it. The job market's not jobbing. Okay, jobs not jobbing.
You're right.
Food is high, gas is high, rent is high. They want you to make 3 times the rent. They're not even making 3 times the rent. It's all kinds of stuff going on. And I'm like, and you just see this chaos. It's just chaos.
Chaos.
And it's like, there's no calm. There's nothing that people can touch and feel like, okay, I could go to this platform and I know I could just meditate. I could just reach out to somebody. I could get help. I can just share some of my story. I could talk to somebody. Sometimes you just need somebody to talk to that understands what you're going through.
Absolutely.
And sometimes, let's be real, you can't talk to your family sometimes. Sometimes they make it worse. You're going to be at 100, okay? Sometimes they causing your stress. And
absolutely. For sure.
And so it's like, we gotta create this now, because I see the need, and I think after COVID, I felt it. And it's just like, we haven't been able to snap back before COVID happened, and so now it's the perfect time. I just see kids commit suicide, and it just the young at 7, 8, 6.
Yeah,
some of they want to be here no more. And I'm like, what's going on? And so it's time. Even music, it's not the same no more. I mean, I'm a 90s kid, and when you heard R&B, even gospel, you felt something. Now, I just said, it's no feeling in music. It's no soul. Everything is about that hit record. And of course, you want to make those hits, but what about the story? What about the soul? Even music don't have that anymore. And so people just don't have nothing that they can attach to make them feel good, feel safe. And that's why me and my husband's like, we got to do it now, because if we don't, there's probably a life that we can save if we go ahead and, get this started. So,
yeah. I think that's super dope. Like, where can people, like, right now, like, how can people keep up with you and all of the things that you have going on?
Yeah, you can follow me on all social media. I'm the Ebonizer. I'm on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
Okay.
You can check out my website. I'm the Ebonizer.online. And from there, you can find all the different things that I'm doing, including this Ebonizer chill experience that we have going on.
Okay, that's cool. Now, as far as like musically, as far as show, like, are you doing any type of shows or anything like that right now, or?
Yeah, I'm dropping my EP on October 25th. It's called Ebonize Introduction.
Okay.
I'm so excited. It's house pop, like that Chicago house, right? Yeah. Music, R&B and gospel. So it's really, and the reason why I call it the Ebonize Introduction, this is the first time where I feel like people be introduced who I am, what my sound is, and what they're to expect as the years to come. So I'm super excited about that. We're doing a huge EP release event here in Atlanta. So yeah. So I'm definitely excited for that.
Hey, listen, we definitely have to keep up with you then. So number one, we can get you back on the podcast when you get ready to release it. But you said you're doing something in Atlanta. When's that going down?
October 25th.
Okay. Listen, Kat, we might have to swing around and get back out there.
We might be back in the
Yeah. Come on over now.
Yeah, I was asking my publicist. Our publicist is actually based in Atlanta, but I'm gonna be there actually in 2 weeks, next weekend. So and then I got some other stuff going on the weeks after that. But I think I might swing back around the 25th and come to that.
Swing on through. I did want to shout out to Franchise Levine. He has been tearing up the comments.
I
mean, he literally, I'm saying, she is a true queen for real. She has a true sound.
I think Franchise. Yeah, I know Franchise for a long time.
Listen, so he has nothing but great things. I've been rolling these comments through the interview, and so shout out to you. Thank you so much, DJ Franchise, for tuning into the show and supporting. Thank you.
What's the one thing that you want people to get, people who are watching this show tonight, what's the one thing that you want people to take away from, everything that you talked about tonight?
Your determination will lead you to your destination.
It will.
Block out all negativity, naysayers. Mm-hmm. Block that out of your mind. I always say, write the vision down, make it plain, but then speak it so you can believe it. Right. It's one thing to write down the vision, but words are powerful. So you keep saying, I will be a millionaire, or I will be successful, I will be a business owner, whatever it is, say that every day, because when you speak it into existence, it will become so. And I am a true testament to that. So if you stay determined, no matter what, it's not going to be easy, but you stay determined, it's going to lead you to where you need to be.
I love that. Thank you so much for coming on to the podcast.
That was so good. You don't know how much I
Thank you. I had so much fun.
I needed that.
Listen, when you release that EP, we're going to bring you back on. I think that's dope. We have a radio station, so we will gladly add your music to the network, spin it, get you and get you back on the show so that you can really discuss this EP and promote it. Any kind of final words or anything before you check out?
Yeah, just make sure you guys follow me again. I'm the Ebonizer on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you at, I'm there. And then again, my website is I'm the Ebonizer.online. So you can stay in tune with what I got going on.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming on. And we wish you well for the evening.
Thank you guys. You have guys have a good evening.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Listen, I'd be so excited to come on. I needed that.
I needed that in my heart.
I see the connection all day long. Like as far as just the music business and mental health, and man, listen. Like
we do a lot on this network for that. So this is definitely a platform where we bridge and bring in entertainment and mental health, and really being your authentic true self. So I think the Ebonizer was a great guest for tonight.
Absolutely.
And I really love that she said speak it into existence, because what I've been doing is saying, I'm trying to be a model. I'm trying to be a comedian. I say I'm a comedian. I'm a model. I am whatever I say I am.
Absolutely. And I like how she said that determination leads to the destination. Like that is so true.
I wish I was DJ Clue and I had to drop them clues bombs real quick. I'd have been placing them all day because listen, I
think it's so dope. You are so right. We do actually do a lot, around the network, just as far as mental health. And we talk about autism a lot, which actually leads me to my new client with J-Rock Management and Publicity, Mamta Jah Mishra. She is actually based in Gadsden, Alabama, and she just released a new book on energy management. She's an autism mom, which I know relates directly to you because you're an autism mom. We're gonna be actually doing a new segment that I have called the J-Rock Release. That's gonna be this coming Saturday. It's at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you want to tune into the network and check that out because we're going to be talking to her about her new book that's out. An amazing book that really offers tips, tools, resources that you can use as an autism mom.
I'm going to need that book. I'm going to need that book. So I'm excited. Oh, shout out to you and shout out to the whole publicity brand. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, Jay's my unpaid publicist. If y'all didn't know, this is my manager, my publicist, my agent.
But know that I am being paid. Know that I am being paid though, because my payment is just seeing your growth and seeing you do some different things. And the beauty is that I haven't even kicked off your PR campaign, but you have gotten so many things done. And it's really a testament to how hard that you are working because you have gotten so much like you have found your way into modeling. You found your way into acting and you've gotten roles and done well with them. You are hosting, like you're doing so much stuff. And I ain't doing none of that stuff because I haven't even paid off yet.
But what young Thug say? Use a platform. So I just needed a platform, James. When you asked me to do this show, we both didn't really know where it was going to go.
I don't think we knew where it was going to go with you coming on board. It was just like, well, I launched this show and it's not even that it's not doing well, but me and
you had to shake up some cast issues.
Yeah. I was just like the co-host and I aren't gelling. So, we're deciding to go separate ways. And it's like, well, what do I do with this podcast? I still want it to go, but I don't want to do it by myself, though. So it was just like, hopefully y'all come on board and y'all did. And for what it's worth, I think that Tiffany did her part. And I think that she was definitely a necessity. And I think that when she parted, it was because it needed to happen. Like we all have a lot of stuff going on. And I think that the beauty is that like you and I have been able to truly balance all of the things that we have going on. Again, you're an autism mom, 24 hours a day. And that's not...
A lot of people do not know that about me and don't know that is majority of what I have going on.
But that's because of you and the type of person that you are and how you move and how you look at things. So, what has been really easy or seemingly easy for you, it might be death for somebody else. And not being funny, but I'm just saying,
but really, and it took
everybody handles stuff different
to get to this point, and it took people got to realize you're not gonna just wake up and your whole career in life is just gonna be set up. You got to work for it, and it took me to get to this place. So I'm really interested in hearing and reading that book. Because she may be having tips for me, and
I got it for you. So
especially our autism parents, we got to stick together. I did want to shout out DJ Franchise. He said he was going to follow us. Thank you so much, and welcome to the platform.
I appreciate you. We both appreciate you, DJ Franchise, for checking in with us and supporting the podcast, and definitely supporting our guest tonight.
Thank you really so much, really and definitely. For sure. And he said it takes work 17 years in the game, and the game is getting bad. This show sounds good.
It is. I'm 24 years in.
Are needed.
I am 24 years in with this, and it's like it's getting worse. It's getting worse by the year. But I think that Cat Queen and I are doing really good just at, really, building our own path and doing things the way that we know that they should be done, and really working to deliver good content to the viewers. Canada froze up on me. But we can still hear you though. But you
I'm a ghost.
You stiff over there.
I know. I'm over there looking like Mariah Carey at the MTV Awards.
Don't do that to Mariah Carey.
That's my girl. That's my girl. I'm just playing. These is jokes, okay? Mariah, don't, because I love you, girl. Okay.
All right. So what time is it? We got time.
He said, did we meet James? Sugarwaterradio.com. So I think that is where you guys can connect with DJ Franchise. He said, I would love to chat with you guys. We will definitely connect.
Oh, absolutely.
You see at the bottom under our names, we have our @. So you can add us and DM us.
Mine ain't on there. Let me.
For sure. I don't know why my camera got me looking like.
Listen.
You said we got we got some time for one hot topic. Why my camera froze?
Listen, I put my name in the chat, DJ Franchise. I'm sorry. I didn't put it on the bar. Give me 1 second. I gotta grab my charger.
Okay. I'm froze. James got to grab his charger, y'all. We doing bad right now. Oh, that's why, because my Wi-Fi acting up. Wow. Never could have guessed that one.
You say what happened?
Nothing. My Wi-Fi has switched over. So.
Don't talk shit about me now.
James out doing his job. No, I'm just playing.
I'm just saying, don't talk shit about me. I still can
I
hear
ain't talking shit about that, James. I was just saying, listen, James, go and get his charger. My camera was doing a pop, lock, and drop it. So listen, it's some stuff going on. We ain't new to the technical difficulties, but we gonna always be here with y'all. So you said we're gonna do one hot topic. What topic you was thinking? What was you thinking? Because I got a topic.
It's so much going on. What topic you got?
It's a lot of stuff surrounding
Cardi B.
Bel Khalif's Almanzar. If you didn't know, that's her real name.
That's Cardi
Sound
B.
Like
when you said that, I thought for a second, I'm like, wait a minute, that's Cardi B.
Bel Khalif's Almanzar.
Right.
That's what her name sounds like. But yes, our girl Cardi B. She dropped her album "Am I the Drama" last Friday, and
I can't even front. I love that album.
Drama going on. The album popping. She popping her shit on the internet. The visuals are looking good. The meet and greets are going great. She had a old school rollout. If you young people aren't paying attention, you need to pay attention to how she rolled this album out. Cardi B was in the streets hawking CDs like the old days, selling them for $10 with some incense. Okay. She was really doing her thing. And I think that a lot of people are respecting getting back to the roots and going back to the old way of doing things. She
Absolutely.
Really did a lot of in-person interviews. She did a lot of meet and greets with the fans. Like, I remember when Ludacris dropped his album, I was living in California, and he went to the record store at the mall. When I say I had to slide up under the little metal thing because they wasn't trying to let me in, up under that thing to get my autograph. I'm telling you, I was the snake on in there because that's what artists used to do, and I think that people are so far removed from really being immersed in the fans. Think about back in the day when you had an album coming out, you're gonna go on 106 in Park, you're gonna go on TRL, they're gonna play it on. You might even go through Rap City in the basement. It's places for you to really connect with your audience, and I think that a lot of people aren't doing that. So I think it was a breath of fresh air. So that gave her album, I think, that much boost. We already been waiting on it for years. I think it was 7 years since her debut album. She done had 3 more kids, 1 bacon, marriage, new boyfriend. Like, she got a lot going on. So we was anticipating it, but the album is fire. James, what you think about the album?
Listen, I think it's dope, and for me, it's a total contrast from the first album. Like, the first album, I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. Like in the beginning, I was not really feeling it, and it took a long time for me to really grow onto like a handful of the tracks off of the album. I will admit that I didn't really give it a chance when it came out. You know, I think a lot of times people kind of prejudge, you know, just in terms of music and stuff like that. And I think I fell victim to that a little bit. And, you know, I can admit to that. I think I definitely did. And, you know, after some time, it was like, damn, what the fuck was I tripping on? Like, so that's kind of how I was with the first album. But with this album, it's like, I think because it's been so long since her first album came out that like people was really itching for something new from her anyway. So it was like, you know, once I heard like the guest list before it came out, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be pretty dope. Like Imaginary Players, it's okay. Like,
yeah, it was okay. It was okay.
I didn't really like. I wasn't even a big fan of the song from Jay-Z, so I was like, this.
Yeah, that was never my favorite song. Keisha Cole got a version of that song that I like, but yeah, it wasn't my favorite. But I think a lot of the other songs. But you know, I think she played it safe. I think she released something that got some buzz, but it wasn't the best. So I think that was kind of a play of what she did. DJ Franchise has said something about her first LP was good. Now, see, I was telling James, I've been a Cardi B fan since when she was doing, you know, the LP, the EPs, the singles. She was still trying to get signed. She was really a social media person. So she had the song "We Gonna Be Forever," and you know me, I'm a Scorpio. Listen, I hold a grudge. So when she came out that "We Gonna Be Forever," I said, "Oh yeah, this not like this girl." Her first album for me, no skips. It was a no skip album for me. And that was a long time since I've had that happen. Yeah, that was a long time. So when that happened, I'm telling you, I remember I had went to my brother's in Boston, and every time I took a shower, I would take my niece's speaker in there, and you know I would be playing Cardi B back to back. And they was like, "You really love Cardi B? You must love her more than Nicki." I'm like, "Listen, no, wait a minute, hold on, listen, I love them both. You know, I got a wife and a girlfriend, so I love them both. But such a great album, and you know she won so many awards. I think she got a I want to say she got a Grammy from that. I'm not sure, but I know she got some kind of award over.
And this album already platinum.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So she's doing really, really good. I love the first album, but I will say the first album had a heavy Migos hand in it because she was really working with Offset. She was working with all of them on the album, and they're featured a lot through the album. Which I love the Migos. But I think that their rhymes can be a little elementary, not as far as the logic, but just the rhyme scheme that they go. You know, that's not my favorite cadence. You know, that's not my favorite. But so I think that during the first album, she did do a lot of that because she was working with them. So I think that this time she got a lot of different artists from different genres. We got Janet Jackson. Like she really put a lot into this, and I'm really proud of her. Now let's talk about that Gayle King interview, because before that interview, the girl was acting like she ain't had no butt in the oven. Okay, she was putting stuffing stuff down her stomach, talking about, see, I got this. I'm tricking y'all. Cardi B, got one of the flattest stomachs in the game. When Cardi B got a little bit of pudge, that means she pregnant. Period, point blank. Ain't no way around it. So I knew when the first time I seen somebody say, "Dang, Cardi B getting a little pudgy, or she getting a little," I said, "Baby, that's a baby." I knew it. But you know, I don't be clocking nobody's uterus because I don't need nobody clocking mine. So I mind my business when it comes to pregnancies and stuff, because I'm you know, pro-choice. I support women's rights and wrongs. So I listen, baby. I don't care. You know, I love a girl that loves to get a little get back. I love getting get back on somebody that do you wrong. A cheater? Let me out cheat the cheater. Offset been dragging her through the mud. He been dragging his feet in a divorce. So I understand putting him in his place and having a new man and running off with your baby and stuff like that. So kudos to Cardi, because I love when you give somebody a taste of your own medicine. Now, in the past, it used to be a bad thing to get pregnant or have kids and be a celebrity. How many celebrities have you talked to her, say they had abortions, or they had to give their kids up, or their mama raised their kids or something. But I love that in this day and era, these women are able to do it all. You know, they're able to go on tour and they're able to have their kid. And her world tour is kicking off 1 month after she gives birth, guys. So are you getting tickets? Are y'all getting tickets? Let me know.
I like how she said, man, they think I'm not coming to the show. Live Nation will cut me a check already. I'm coming. She said I'm gonna be at that show. Listen, I think it's dope. I didn't like, you know, when all the stuff was going around about, you know, she pregnant, she looked like she's pregnant. I didn't really care.
Nobody really honestly, nobody really cared.
I just feel like, you know, just like you said, like, you know, it's a different day, and women are having kids and continuing on with their career and figuring out a way to make it all work. And I mean, shit, she done had 3 kids. So I mean,
she been already doing that. What's one more? What's my more?
I mean, I just think it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But as far as the album, I think the album is amazing. Just like you said, it's a no skip album. Like I can listen all the way. It was just like, damn, like, and yeah, like Janet Jackson, Selena Gomez, Summer Walker. Like
Summer Walker.
When I tell you I'm in love with Summer Walker, like he is amazing on that album. I think it's really, really dope. I'm proud of Cardi because a lot of people felt like they felt like she was gonna have a sophomore jinx, and like, you know, she wasn't gonna be able to come back and have a decent album. But I think that
especially how long she was taking. Yeah,
like I think she did amazing for it to have sold 1 million copies already. Like that's bomb. Like you can't like can't nobody talk shit. Like she did what she was supposed to do, and I'm proud of her. I think it's dope. You know, hopefully we can get her here on the platform because I am working on that.
I would love Cardi B. She used to come to Akron a lot. When she first came out, I used to go to this little club when I was in my 20s and go see Cardi B. So I hope that she can remember, you know, some of the people that you know, paid and came to see her and supported her when she was, you know, first starting out. I did want to say this now, or am I the drama? She did not skip on the drama. She threw shots at Bia. She threw shots at JT and Little Uzi Vert. She reportedly threw shots at Offset. Supposedly threw shots at Nicki Minaj. So it's really interesting to go through and hear all the little, you know, tidbits and the little drama in the album. I think that really adds to it. James, quick, name 5 Bia songs.
I can't.
You did.
I can't. I can't. That ain't my thing. I can't.
The thing is, I actually like Bia and I'm a Bia fan, and I went to my thing and I only got 3 songs. So I can't even, as a fan,
listen, I was gonna say that's why we got Cat Queen, because I don't know.
People be like, who?
Now you tell me. Now you tell me name, you know, something else, you know.
You're right, somebody else. But yeah, it's a TikTok trend going on right now where people are going up to their coworkers or their friends or even people on the street and asking them, quick, name 5 Bia songs. And as soon as they get to looking around, pow, you dead. So it's, you know, she got trends going on. But yeah, I think this is a lot. Now, yesterday, her and JT were going back and forth on social media, and they were releasing texts and receipts, and they were on, what is the platform where it's just your voice talking?
I don't know.
I can't think. It's a social media platform. It's just your voice. It was really big during the pandemic. It's just your voice, and you have to be accepted to get into it. I can't remember. It's either like Rooms or something, or I can't remember what it is. But it's one of Cardi B's favorite platforms because she don't have to be shown on there, and she's known to go on there and pop off. And
you talking about a lot of on X?
No, it's, oh my gosh. It's gonna kill me. Hold on one second, guys. Come on. Clubhouse.
Okay.
So Cardi B was very big on Clubhouse. Like her, Offset love Clubhouse. They get on there, they argue, they talk mess about each other. So she was on Clubhouse yesterday talking about JT. JT clapped back on X and on Instagram. And you know, basically they've been going back and forth. You know, they got into it previously, and JT is a bar, basically. Like, you know, she was very much on Nicki and whatever, but one of her biggest songs is with Cardi. So that's why I'm just like, you know, I don't know. People play crazy and play for whatever they want, but it's going to be interesting to see what's going on. She's been doing a lot of meet and greets. Have you seen? She's been doing the pictures where like she punching people and they jumping in the air and they, you know, people acting like they popping her belly, and like she's really having a lot of fun with her fans, and I think it's refreshing. I think her and Chris Brown really have something when it comes to those meet and greets and things, because people are going to spend that money if they're going to get their money's worth. So, you know, shout out to Cardi B. Oh, and then yesterday on Clubhouse, she did say that the only reason that her and Offset are not divorced is because Offset has a multi-million-dollar tax debt that he will not pay. And he told her if she wants to be divorced from him, then she needs to pay that debt for him. And also she needs to give up I guess the property that he's living in is her property. And she's trying to get all her properties and things back. So as she's the breadwinner in the relationship, she's probably going to take a couple losses and it really sucks, because I always feel like when it comes to cheating and stuff, all that stuff needs to be out the door when it comes to cheaters. Like, you don't deserve nothing. Like, we've seen Mary J. and plenty of women get stiff. Kelly Clarkson got stiff really bad in her divorce because she was the breadwinner. And these are men that cheated. So it's going to be really crazy to see, you know, how it goes down. And, you know, he's really being very, you know, horrible to her, trying to pop out with different girls, got girls living at the house. But I just wonder what's going to happen. And you know that when you're pregnant and you married, no matter who the baby daddy is, they assume legally that it's your husband. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. But shout out to Cardi B. You're doing your thing. You're the talk of the town right now. And then the crazy thing is, this week Nicki Minaj launched. She made a sneak peek saying she got an album coming out soon. And I'm like, wonder why this week you said that.
Right.
So yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see. But you guys make sure you check out "Am I the Drama" by Cardi B.
Absolutely. I think that's it for us tonight.
Yeah, that's all. That's all. That's it. That's all.
I think that's it. I think that's it. That's all. Listen, we appreciate you guys. Thank you to everybody who was on the stream. Thank you to our guest, the Ebonizer, Ebony, the Ebonizer Baylock. Amazing artist. She will be back here on the platform definitely next month when she gets ready to release her EP. So make sure that you guys are checking out for that. Make sure that you guys follow her on all social media. I think that is it. You guys can get me at I Am James Grant on all platforms.
I am Cat Queen on all platforms. Follow me, please.
Yeah, I think that's it, y'all. We appreciate y'all. Listen, it's time for us to get out of here. Y'all have an amazing night. We are out of here.